What's up guys, Craig here with your Anfield Agenda transfer update. The window's really starting to heat up now, and as you can see there's 26 days to go in this January transfer window. Before we start guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and of course please drop a like on the stream. Guys, look, there's only one place to start today, and that's with the news that the Mirror are reporting Liverpool are closing in on the £27 million signing of Trabzonspor wonder kid Abdul Qadir. Now, look, I might have fucked up his pronunciation. Excuse me if I did. I'm trying my best on this one. But I have to say I don't know too much about this guy. £27 million is a lot of money for somebody that we may have never heard of. But you know what? If there's one thing that Jurgen Klopp, Michael Edwards and this transfer team have done, it's probably earn our respect and our trust. So if this does happen, and I'm not sure if it is going to, as I said, it came from the Mirror. Sometimes the Mirror are spot on, sometimes they aren't. Like anybody else though, it's that time of the month, January, they're trying to get clicks, they're trying to get people to the site. He is somebody we spoke about a couple of nights ago on the stream. I think you guys might remember it. And none of us had really heard of the guy. But apparently a host of top European clubs are chasing after this young man's signature. Manchester City have been linked. I think Chelsea maybe, a couple of other English clubs, and some of Europe's top clubs. So £27 million is a lot of money. But you know what? If you get it right, £27 million in a couple of months' time could seem like an absolute snip. So let's just wait and see what happens on this one. I'd love to hear your thoughts on him. If you know anything about him, perhaps if you're from that neck of the woods and you've seen this kid play, please do let me know in the comments below, because I always love to hear from people that know more about players than we do, because sometimes, you know, players come from leagues that we don't get a chance to watch too often. Again, I'm not saying this is a done deal, but it's in the Mirror. You can check for it yourself. Abdul Qadir apparently coming to Liverpool for £27 million. I don't know or not, but he's a name that's been linked over the last couple of days. So let's just wait and see what happens. On outgoings, there's a little bit more. I suppose you know that Nathaniel Klein left yesterday to join Bournemouth. It's been reported today, actually it's more than reported, Jurgen Klopp has said that Nathaniel Klein actually asked to leave Liverpool Football Club in search of first team football. And obviously Klopp, being the manager that he is, looked at the squad, thought there was enough depth in the youth and said, you know what, Nathaniel, you go ahead pal. And you can never knock a player that wants to go and play, folks. You just can't do it. As much as I would have liked to keep Kleiny here, because I think it would have benefited us immensely, and I'm a little bit baffled as to why he was allowed to leave on loan. If you were going to move him on, it would have probably made sense to try and cash in on him, but I'm not going to second guess Jurgen Klopp, and Nathaniel Klein has joined Bournemouth on loan for the rest of the season. Another big transfer that took place yesterday, of course, was Dominic Solanke, also joining Bournemouth, although this time it was for £19 million with add-ons that could possibly rise to 23, 24 million. And best of luck to him. The young man, again, didn't get a breakthrough at Liverpool, didn't really get much of an opportunity in the first team. So best of luck to him at Bournemouth. A couple more on transfers, guys. We've obviously been linked with a full-back now that Nathaniel Klein is gone. And a lot of people seem to be pointing at Lloyd Kelly from Bristol City. His manager came out and said that there's been a host of top clubs looking at him. Whether he'll let him move in January, I don't know. It makes sense. This is the type of Liverpool signing that we're used to, and the type of signing that Klopp seems to love to make. Somebody who he sees in the lower league, much like, let's look at Robertson for an example. He was relegated with Hull, and a lot of people said, what are you doing buying players from a relegated team? Well, do you know what? Robbo didn't work out too bad. Maybe Klopp has seen something in this young man at Bristol City. Maybe it's absolute nonsense. I don't know. But I'm a transfer hound, guys, and I get excited about stuff like this. On other possible incomings, of course, there is Timo Werner, the one that just won't go away. His contract is up at RB Leipzig at the end of next season. Again, he's been linked to a host of top European clubs. It's no secret that Bayern Munich want to bring this kid in. You know, he's the German forward. They want to get the best of German talent at their club. But if you're RB Leipzig right now, you're looking at this deal and saying, do you know what, why the hell would we sell him to our rivals? Let's push him out to the Premier League if we can. Figures being talked about are around 40 million. Now, I know some people who we call in the nose or ITKs, a lot of people seem to think that Liverpool have serious interest in Werner, and I certainly hope that they're true, because this guy will be fantastic in our front three. People often say, but will he get into the starting 11? Well, maybe not so if you're looking at the perfect starting 11 that we have now. But it's a long season. You want to rotate, and having 4 or 5 players that can play across that front three would be beneficial to us. And he can play in any one of those front three positions. I believe earlier on in his career he was a wide player. Now, of course, he's known for playing through the centre, and Jurgen Klopp does like a forward that has versatility. Well, actually, he likes a player that has versatility, and Timo Werner seems to have that in spades. So fingers crossed that there's something to this one. I'd be amazed if Leipzig let him leave. in the January window, possibly a deal for the summer, which is a kind of a new trend, isn't it? It's weird, you didn't really see these ones happening too often, unless they're of course free transfers. But players signing for a window a few months down the line seems to be something that maybe we started this trend, I don't know. Maybe I've missed out on something. And the other name, of course, that has been linked to us since last summer is Nabil Fekir. Some people believe this is done. I've actually seen some people say that Outlast has said you can have him for 25 million. I think that is complete nonsense. Why on earth would they let a player of Nabil Fekir's quality go for 25 million when in the summer we were rumoured to be in and around 46, 52 million pounds, something like that? Doesn't make much sense to me, guys, but you know, Twitter, social media goes into meltdown during these times. No doubt he'll be seen in silver Mercedes Vito vans all over the place. Planes will be tracked coming across the ocean. He'll be followed. There was a lot of stuff coming out last night when he wasn't in the Lyon squad, or he wasn't named in the Lyon squad for a French Cup game against a lower tiered side. Maybe that's just because he needs a rest. We know that Fekir needs to be managed because of his knee. And there was something when we were looking at him that came out to say that he has to have a rest period every few months, and maybe with the winter, this could be his rest period. He could be getting a couple of weeks off. I don't know. I hope he comes in. Of course I hope he comes in. I want him, I want Timo Werner, I want Lloyd Kelly, I want them all. But realistically, after letting Dominic Solanke go, Origi being looking to move Origi on as well, and Daniel Sturridge's uncertainty over his future, you would have to say that all signs probably do point to Liverpool looking to bring in a number 10 or a wide forward. Now whether that happens during this window or whether somebody actually comes in during this window remains to be seen. All I can say is I'm very hopeful that something will get done. Klopp said he's unsure. Well, he's leaning towards no, but he hasn't closed the door categorically and said no transfers coming in whatsoever. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just an optimist, but I feel like there could be something here. He's clearing the pathway, moving players out, and you don't move through somebody like Nathaniel Klein unless you have complete faith in a young kid coming through or an eye on somebody to come in. 26 days to go in the window, guys. We'll be here every day giving you transfer gossip, transfer updates, and of course I'll be back tonight at 10:15 for a late night agenda. If this is your first time watching the channel, the late night agenda is a show. It's your show. It's a show where we ask you what you want to talk about. You give us the topics. We read through the chat and we get to know Reds from around the world. It's really fun. Streams are about 90 minutes long. It's kind of what's given us our name on here. It's what's got us a subscriber. So if you like this or if you're interested, please do come back tonight, 10:15 every night actually, here on the Anfield Agenda YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, guys, and drop a like on the stream as well. Until later on, thank you for tuning in. I've been your host, Craig, and as we always say, up the motherfucking Reds.